Hey now, hey good people. Happy Sanctuary Sunday. Today is the 29th. Sounds good. And I am Kasaya coming to you again this week with Sanctuary Sunday, which lately has been like the update on my life, right? This whole journey in faith, let me tell you. It is it's something. I was talking with a friend the other day, and we were talking about my journey in faith and leaving my life and moving to Mexico and now in Atlanta, still finding my footing. And she was like, we were talking just this full-on conversation. So it was a blend of what I was saying and what she was saying. But it came up like, would I do it all over again? Would I do it again? And I was like, yeah. Would you recommend it? No. No. I would do it all over again, but no, I wouldn't recommend it because this is not for everybody. This journey truly is not for everybody. You have to be ready. You have to be in the right space every day. You have to keep your eye on the magic, on your intentions, no matter what, who, when, how it appears, what's happening. You literally have to keep steady. It's like you can't veer in any other direction at all. And when you look at it like that, because that is the reality, that's not for everybody. Not everyone is going to do that, be able to do it, want to do it. Sometimes some people just want to fall apart, you know what I mean? And feel what it feels to fall apart. When you're on this journey, you really can't even fall apart. You have to cry while you walk. You have to let the tears fall while you continue to move forward. Or you allow the tears to fall while you wait for guidance and direction, while you wait for the information to arrive that directs your path. And it's no small feat at all. It calls you to really see what you're made of for real. And so yesterday, I moved from where I was staying in Decatur. Last week, Sanctuary Sunday, I was saying, I have no idea where I would be going next. And when I woke up yesterday morning, I knew two things. I needed to finish packing, and I needed to be gone by 2 o'clock. That's all I knew. So I woke up, I washed up, I had my morning cup of coffee, I sat with myself, I cried, I allowed myself to be present, I reiterated the truth, which is my mantra: I am held, sustained, and carried always by life, that I believe and trust in the magic, and that I know no matter how things appear, doors will always open and open and open and open. And so I loaded the car because I rented a car. I had a job interview, which led to me renting a car, which is interesting because the job was not on the path. But it was interesting that I had a car because otherwise I would have Ubered, from where I was staying in Decatur to my next location. Well, I didn't know where the next location was, so how would I have been able to Uber? Get in the Uber. Where's your destination? Destination unknown. I mean, that's not gonna work out. So it was just a trip that I rented the car on Wednesday. The interview was Thursday, and I actually rented the car until today. And it's just a trip because then I had the car to put my luggage in, because I'm toting all this luggage my whole life in these 4 pieces of luggage, plus a couple of extra little bags that I've sort of acquired along the way, food. Um, and so I had a car to put it in, and I just started driving. I was like, well, I got to get something to eat. I got to eat. So I went and got some food, And then I just pulled into like the Whole Foods parking lot, sat there and ate while I was just sort of channeling what is coming. Where am I going? Am I going to be sleeping in the car? You know what I mean? Like, what's going to come? What's going to happen? Because I'm like, okay, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do, everything that I know to do. I'm doing my part in this co creation with life. And my thing is, that's all we need to do is our part, and then allow life to do its part. And so then it's like, okay, I saw this ad for this apartment. I reached out to this woman, and she hadn't reached back yet, right? And so then I'm like, okay. I reached out to an Airbnb, and it was for the same day, so that's a whole other thing, that's like a last minute booking. 5 hours passed by, and she hadn't responded. Usually when I book an Airbnb, you get a response like right away. So this was the first time when I did it. And so I'm talking to my best friend in between. She's calling to check on me like, girl, how you doing? You hanging? And so I was like, okay, I'm going to give it another hour. And then I'll reach out to another Airbnb. So now it's like 3:30. So I reach out to another Airbnb, and she immediately responds, and she's like, it'll be my pleasure to host you, like starting today. And I was like, yes. And then shortly after that, I hear back from the apartment person. It's interesting how timing, right? Because when you already say yes to something and then something else comes along, you have to really pay attention to that energy. Like, that wasn't meant to happen first. It was meant for me to say yes to the door that opened, not the doors that came thereafter. So the apartment situation turned out to not be the right situation anyway. So fast forward, it's like 4 now, and I'm at the Airbnb, which is where I am today. Gratitude that I'm at this Airbnb. Peaceful, the smell of lavender. She's cool. She has this dog and this little cat. They're chill, like the most chill animals I have ever encountered. And I'm just like, gratitude for the magic to go from I don't know where I'm going to I have somewhere to lay my head. Now, someone might think, well, yeah, there are hotels, there are a lot of Airbnbs, but that's a lot of money too. So when you're living on a very small something, and I don't believe in like appearances, so I'm not claiming anything small, but I'm just saying you have to be mindful of what you want to spend, your time at a hotel, and now your money is gone in 3 days because you're like paying $200 a night. You know what I mean? Or these Airbnbs that are really, really, really expensive. Or do you have to budget your situation, especially when you don't know what your situation is going to be in a week. So yesterday was very trying, but I just kept on going. I just kept moving through it. I kept focusing on the truth. I knew that a door would open. I just knew, like, life is not going to abandon me. You know what I mean? Like, the magic isn't going to disappear. As long as I lean on the magic, as long as you lean on the magic, as long as you allow your faith to sustain you while you're still holding gratitude, even in the valley, it'll get you to the peak. It's like you cannot succumb to the appearance. You have to always see yourself out of it. You have to always see yourself where you're going, not what you're going through. And I just appreciate all the love that I received yesterday, like, girl, You're courageous. You're doing it. And it's like, I'm doing it. This is the journey I chose. You know, granted, I didn't know how it was going to look along the way. Yeah. I didn't know how it was going to look along the way. I didn't know how it would feel along the way. But that's what happens when you embark into the unknown. That's what happens when you let go of a life and step into another life. You don't know how it's going to go, but you have to trust yourself. And you really have to trust that life is going to support you. You know, that saying, leap in the net will appear. People say it, but I'm telling you, I have leapt and I have not hit the ground. And some days, like yesterday, it is looking real like, oh my God. Oh my God. But you have to immediately come out of that and say, I walk through the open doors. A door is being made open and available to me. I am receiving right guidance. I am in alignment and in the flow with life. And that is what I had to do. That is how I get through. I don't focus on like myself. I focus on life. I don't focus on worrying. Do not have time. I didn't have time to worry yesterday. I needed to be available to hear, see, feel where I needed to be. I needed to be available to the open door. And get this, the Airbnb that said yes, the woman who said yes, Jennifer, when I arrived, she was leaving in like 20 minutes. So imagine if I had sat in my car, well, the rental car, worried. I would have missed my window of opportunity. She wouldn't have been available to host me. She wouldn't have been here to let me in. She would have said, oh, well, I can tomorrow. Where would I have gone that one night? And not that a door would not have opened for that one night, but you feel me. When we keep ourselves open to the flow of life, we prevent delay. And we just always move with the current. And that allows us a bit more ease. And then we meet that ease with grace. So I am still alive and well. I bought myself a bottle of wine yesterday, okay? And I was just like, you know what? It's just going to be $10 that I just have to, spend in this way. Because trust me, I'm very aware of all of the money that I'm spending and what I have left. So when I tell you life is getting ready to pull a rabbit out of a hat, it has to. It has to. There's no other way. That is why I believe in the magic. You know, I was talking to my partner last night and she was just, giving me props on this journey, right? That I'm courageously going through and that I've chosen. And how I'm not running from it, nor trying to back away, but that I just want to be with the pace of life. I don't want to fast forward this time. I don't. These are difficult times and it's challenging. It tests me, but I don't want to fast forward them. And I want to be clear on that because I believe in the magic and I want to see it through every step of the way. I don't want to run and I don't want to hurry it up. I just want to be with it because when we allow ourselves to be with it, we get to see the fruit, like the ripe fruit. We get to see the real. It's like you get to see the face of God in your intentions when they manifest because you trusted the whole way. You didn't skip any beats. You didn't manipulate any steps. You didn't fast forward. You didn't cut corners. Well, I'm not even in a position to cut corners, manipulate. I don't have any other options other than faith. So, Without faith, oh my God. Without faith, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's how people have nervous breakdowns and collapse inside of circumstances. Because when you don't have faith, all you see is what you see, and you believe what you see. Oh my goodness. Thank God for faith. My faith sustains me, and it is indeed my traveling companion. So, as I go into the 16th minute here, I'm just going to say, I'm still here, I'm alive, I'm well, I'm grateful. I appreciate all of the good and all of the open doors in this journey that I'm documenting, because one day soon I'm going to be like, wow, I remember when I didn't know where I was going that one day when I woke up. And look at me now. So here's to rebuilding and rebuilding truthfully. And here's to trusting life's magic and being grateful for it. And appreciating all those who lend support by way of energy and encouragement and love. So thank you if you are one of those people. Whether I know you or I don't know you, I appreciate it and I receive the bounty of your good. May you receive it back. And yeah, happy Sanctuary Sunday. I will see y'all next week. Stay tuned.